Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be showing you how to carry on Ezreal AD carry for Season 12 League of Legends. For your runes, you want First Strike, free boots with biscuits, Cosmic with Presence of Mind for infinite mana, and Bloodline for infinite HP. Presence of Mind is a lot better for the early mid game, and Bloodline doesn't really get good until the mid late game. You can also go for Conqueror. That does work on Ezreal AD carry. However, recently First Strike has started to eclipse it a bit in terms of performance, so I would only really recommend Conqueror if you're dead set getting all-in kills in lane. So if you have like a Blitzcrank or a Thresh, you might consider going Conqueror over First Strike. In this case, I have a brand, so we can sit back, farm, relax, and we still have the option to all-in. If you are, or if you do want the all-in option, I would recommend starting D-Blade one pot. If you know for a fact you're just going to AFK last hit, then I would recommend starting a Longsword refill, because for our build, we're going to be going Essence Reaver into Mana Moon, into Crown of the Shattered Queen. Crown of the Shattered Queen is essential if you don't want to die in team fights on Ezreal. As long as you're positioning, the enemies can only kill you if they try to one-shot you. It will be good against their team, but it would be even better if they had a true assassin like a Zed or a Talon. They don't have that, but it'll still be really useful. Like, Sion's gonna hit me with his R, Caitlyn whips out R, or Amumu tries to full burst me, or what have you. It's alright to push early on Ezreal. You have the range advantage, and your Q is a really good last hit tool. She just soaked a Q there. If people want to trade an auto and eat one of your Qs, it is worth for you. Your Q hits a lot like an auto and a half to 2 autos, depending on what you have. Against melee supports, you want to bully them early when they go to step up, just like what Brand did there. You don't want to let them step up for free, because they're trying to activate their support item, which is the last thing on the minions. Since our wave's pushing, we want to finish dumping it into their turret. If you let Caitlyn shove on you, it can get really ugly, where she'll just poke you under turret every single time you go to last hit. And since their jungler started with them bot side, it's pretty safe, because they're most likely going to path into her top side jungle, and Mumu being a full clear style jungle champion. Auto attack Q. We do not want to miss that. Fire that through the dead one. Say okay with me. Getting a little bit of presence of mind back. Caitlyn barely dodged that one. I don't even know if she did that intentionally. Probably wasn't. There we go. We're missing more CS than I would like. You don't really want to miss CS to poke, but at the same time, we should be able to get both. I'm just last hitting a little sloppy. The closer you stand to the CS, the easier it is to last hit. When we're up this far, you generally last hit with autos and then poke with Q, since Qs have more range. They're going to be standing on the outside of your auto attack range. Right now we have 5 passive stacks. You build stacks by hitting things with abilities. Each stack is worth 10% attack speed, so right now we have 50%, which is pretty good. That was really ballsy by the Alistar there. Took a lot of damage out of that. We're going to go ahead and use our other biscuit. We still have 5 stacks of our passive on, and we have a lot of mana, so whenever our passive is about to fall off, we'll go ahead and use an ability, so keep an eye on that. That's why a lot of times when you do Q on Ezreal, you line it up to where even if it misses the champion, it'll still like hit a minion. Oh my god, that minion actually got in our way. That was tragic. You hate to see it. She soaks the Q. I need to go get a ward down at this point. Brand's doing a lot of AoE damage to the minions. It's kind of causing us to miss a little bit. At least he is landing a lot of his things on the enemies though. I'm positioning very forward here. I'm going to start to soak here. I'm going to heal early, jump back. Down he goes. I'm going to flash Q auto. She's a goner. What a bunch of goofballs. Amumu did a classic jungler mistake, which is your laners are asking for help, so you go to help them even if you shouldn't. In this case, his laners were so low on health that by him coming, he was just basically guaranteeing them dying by them following him up and putting himself in a really bad situation. All of that was made possible by just consistently poking the enemies and putting damage on them. and being relentless there. We'll go ahead and just grab double pot. On your first back, you want to look to get as much of your Essence Reaver as possible. We got the Caulfield's Hammer, and then we went for the tier. If you can afford Sheen or a Cloak of Agility, I would highly recommend it. If you can't, a tier is a good in-between ground because it's only 400 gold, and we're going to be getting Mana Moon after our Essence Reaver anyways. I'll go ahead and help them take that. Try not to steal camps from your jungler once they have them started, though. Main thing on Ezreal, the biggest things is last hitting, holding on to your E if you're shoving. That way you can use it as an escape tool. And fight enemies when you have 5 stacks of your passive up, because 50% attack speed is kind of insane. Jeez, Bran. I wish he would do it when the minions are healthier so I don't end up missing any because of it. I'm gonna have to E away. Looks like Bran got the Caitlyn though. That actually turned out really well. That could have turned out a lot worse, but Bran did some insane damage there. Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance on this. We're gonna get our E up, auto into him. He's a goner. We waited till he was lined up a little bit more against the wall. That took away some of his juke options. We have 5 attack speed stacks. I'll stay and dump this wave. We'll go ahead and blast it with our R. You can get up your attack speed stacks instantly since we hit 5 different things with our R there. We hit the whole wave. And we apparently hit Caitlyn. That's nice. Auto attack Q reset. She eats a Q, and I can even W the turret to maintain my attack speed stacks if we want. Every time she goes into last hit, that's when we want to auto, Q. That way we have a higher chance of landing it, because if they're autoing, they're standing still to some degree. So whenever she goes in for that last hit, we want to already have our Q in place and hovered. That way we don't miss. We're going to W the turret, keep up our attack speed. Land a free Q. She's going to keep eating those. You never want to stand in between the turret and the wall when the enemy's trying to poke you, because it makes it free. She has nowhere to juke. Even though it looks like a lot of space, the skill shot will land every time if you position yourself there. She does not want to miss CS. We're going to hit him with a free auto. Nice. She's a goner. I have heal. I'll heal early. I don't want this guy to pinch something on me. Auto attack Q reset. Weave in Qs in between your autos. Ezreal's still mostly auto attack based damage for all ins, because once again his passive gives him up to 50% attack speed bonus. That is a ridiculous amount that very few champions can match that damage output. The only one I can think of is like Draven. Just an absurdly strong early game AD carry could match that 50% attack speed bonus in the form of raw damage. Alright, we actually want to reset here. We have the wave crashed. We got multiple plates, and we're sitting on a crap load of gold. There's no reason to stay at this point. Hopefully Brand doesn't maul the wave either. Like messing up my wave. Alright, we got our Essence Reaver. Now we want to go for the Lucidities. If the enemies are overwhelmingly one damage type, you can push in for that type of boot. So for example, if they're AD heavy, physical damage heavy, you'd want to go for plated steel caps. These bad boys. And if they are magic damage heavy, you'd want to go for the Merc Treads. They are pretty AD heavy. The Mumu and Alistar do magic damage. So since that's the case, I feel like Lucidities are fine. Lucidities are a very neutral boot that does well against anything, since it's more about you rather than actually resisting. He just made me miss a minion, but he took so much damage for it. I don't think that was worth. Now that my E's on cooldown, we gotta relax a little bit. That hurt. She's out of mana though. I feel like that actually wasn't worth it for her. Didn't hit any of them with my R. It is what it is. I was more concerned about pushing the wave. I was walking in for a raw auto there. We don't actually have a ward. It's making me really uncomfortable. I don't want to get a Mumu Ard. There we go. Look at me. I'm basically the support. That's Ezreal. High utility. High range, solid burst, solid all-in potential with maxed out passive. And when I say utility, I basically just mean his E. So his utility kind of comes from his mobility. Amumu got Herald. I'm going to W the turret. Caitlyn's dead. She shouldn't have stopped. The second she stood still there, she killed herself. Like, literally. She sealed the deal there. You can never stand still against Ezreal, especially when you know his Q's up. It's just really dangerous. You don't usually want to use your R to shoot across the map unless you're trying to shove a minion wave in the mid-late game. It's just not really worth. Here, I'll do it. It's totally going to miss, though, because they pulled off. That's a shame. Makes me sad. We're going to want to go ahead and push this before we back. We're ahead, so it makes sense. On top of that, Amumu's dead and their mid laner's almost dead, so it's very, very safe. If we land our Q, it'll put it on an even lower cooldown. Every time you land your Q, it puts all your abilities on a 1.5 seconds lower cooldown. That's why whenever you land it, it's back sooner. Our E's back up now. Oh, missed the Caitlyn there. E out of that. Got him. Very nice. I think Alistar might stay because he's a goofball. We'll see if we can fish him here. Alright, yeah, he did stay. Amumu must be in the area or something. Otherwise, there's really no point for him to stay. Our W made us take aggro. I'm gonna E away. I don't know if his R's up. Got him. Wait, just die. Moving. Looked like he stopped still to type there for a second. And now look at our health. Because the bloodline, our healing that we're getting back is actually ridiculous. We did a raw WQ there. She was not expecting that. She tried to juke back. She still took the full damage. EQ into her, sidestepped her net. Auto attack into the Q there. Yeah, she's just playing really far back now. Gotcha. Oh, she's doing some damage. She's about to kill herself though. I think she knows I can kill her. That's what's going on. Nice. Yeah, Brand's got her. Nice, nice, nice. I want that red buff. Alright, it seems to be free. Nice, nice. I'm gonna take it so fast with these semi-Q resets on them landing. Feels so good. Nice. We'll W from out of vision. We'll miss because apparently it's warded or he just randomly juked it. Wing and R out of vision is actually really strong. Those are the easiest abilities to dodge is your W and your R. So if you can do those from out of vision, it's pretty good. Yeah, I gotta slow down my Qs a little bit. Now he's just trying to juke like crazy. You can hold on to that one. There we go. The red buff is making us take some burn damage. Our R's coming up. I want a Mumu to come down here. I'll try to heal off of these. I'm also getting my R back off a cooldown, which is nice. We don't even have to group unless the enemies start really threatening something big in our base. It's kind of hard to get autos down on them. I don't want to... Like that, even that was like really dangerous. Because if Alistar like flash Q'd me or something, I could end up dead. Yeah, we kind of need to reset. We're really low. it's getting sketchy. I'll try to snipe with my R before I go. Oh my god. he keeps ending up in the spots where we don't want him. It is what it is. We finally have our mana moon, and we're gonna start building into the Crown of the Shattered Queen. Gives you a lot of juicy mana, which gives you more damage off your mana moon. Lets you ability spam more. It gives you health, makes you tankier. It gives you ability haste, gives you ability power, which some of your abilities scale off of on Ezreal. Finish him off with an auto. We'll pelt him down with Qs. I want to get my R on that lower cooldown there. I don't care what I have to Q to do it. So much attack speed though. Most AD carries have an attack speed steroid somewhere in their kit, which ranges from, depending on level, like 15 to 110%. The cool thing about Ezreal is he gets access to that off of his passive, and it gets all the way up to 50% at level 1. So that's why it's a big deal. It's like how early on he can utilize that. Alright, we'll just W the turret then, keep our stacks up. Missed our Q again, dang. Dang, this guy's got a tiny hitbox. I'm gonna heal the branch, try to get him out of there. I missed so many Qs though. Felt like he was gonna arm me. He stood still, that was his mistake. Never stand still versus an Ezreal. He was charging his Q to be fair, but you're just guaranteeing your own death since Ezreal's got 4 skill shots. Very nice. Get another point in our E. Always max our W last. W is just supplemental. It's not core at all. Walk up. Kind of surprised he went for that. We'll heal back up off of these. Keep our 5 stacks up with the W. Found the wolves, we can keep it up off them. Where the heck is Scion? Oh, he's coming mid. It's kind of weird. Guess he's trying to get me. It's not going to be easy. Already at 3 passive stacks. He might just be trying to get our turret. Yeah, I could try it. Oh, Caitlyn hit me there. Dang. Oh, I knew that was coming too. Oh, that was so unfortunate that Amumu landed that. Need to get my health back. Oh my god. Oh my god. She just went for it. Her ignite almost killed me too. I'm just going to run back to base. I don't feel safe. I'm going to go all the way back. They really want me. Guess it's that fat shutdown. It adds up. At this point, you're going to want this bad boy right here. The grudge is really gosh darn strong. When you hit the enemies with an ability, it slows them by 30%. So every single Q, E, or R you hit them with, it's like you have Frozen Mallet. For those of you who aren't familiar with Frozen Mallet, it's an old item that used to be in the game. It just made all your auto attacks or auto attack based abilities slow. This is essentially the Frozen Mallet's equivalent for spellcasting ability style champions like Ezreal. Sion's actually pretty strong. He's got, what's it called? Hull Breaker. It's one of the best items in the game. Split pushers. Gonna hit him with a WQ. And looks like we're playing for Dragon Soul. We do have Dragon advantage. Somehow Shen died there. That doesn't really make sense. Caitlyn's mid. Kind of weird. She's very weak. She's just looking for easy gold. The enemies aren't really trying to fight us. They're just trying to split push. It's kind of annoying. See, look how low that cooldown is. It's a 2.3. So if we land our Q, it chops it down to under a second cooldown because it peels off a second and a half from that 2.3. It's pretty nifty. want to do a lot of damage there and kind of clear up the wave. There must have been someone on that. Oh, oh my. Oh, get off me. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. Oh, the triple. I just want to heal. That's all I want. Let me use that bloodline, baby. So our bloodline's so freaking good on Ezreal. You don't even need a Bork or Bloodthirster. We're really starting to scale up here. I wasn't even trying to take that. I was just trying to heal. I don't need any of these. Shot my R the wrong way. If you accidentally click it on the minimap, that'll happen. I put my cursor over too far. It is what it is. Fully stacked up. Get a defensive ward down. Step up, start bashing the turret. I'm really surprised they feel that confident going in for that. I was slow to use my E because Kayn was standing there. I was a little surprised they committed that hard for it. Solid. We don't want to die. We have to kill, still get 1,000 gold. Gotta stay alive. Hit him with the stun brand. Do it. I'm not weaving in that many autos when I'm pushing this if I'm trying to get an ability on a lower cooldown, because I'm trying to maximize how many Qs I can jam into it. But if all my abilities are up, then might as well be autoing. Oh, that should have landed. Alistar is going to take a lot of damage chasing this. It's hard to chase Ezreal, man. His Q being on less than a second cooldown if it lands, that's painful. Oh, I missed it. Dang. Got it. That's going to be really useful versus them having that extra shield. It's nearly a 300 shield. Mumu gets knocked up. We'll launch our R off that. Aw, poor Mumu. Poor guy. We're going to E straight into her. Auto attack Q. She's a goner. Already had our passive stacked up, so those auto attacks were pinching off real quick. Little bit quick. All right, at this point, once again, just stay alive and keep rounding up objectives. As an AD carry, you're at the whim of your team since you can't really split push on AD carry unless you're Vayne or Tristana. So we're gonna have to play it slow, wait for our team, ping on objectives, stuff like that. We can get our R back off of cooldown off of Baron and it can't fight back. We need someone to tank it though. Whoever's tanking it does half damage. And since we have such good damage, it would be really bad for us to be tanking it. We have much higher consistent damage output than a mage. Looks like a 𝗕𝐂𝐈 is actually pretty tanky. She's not taking damage from that Baron for whatever reason. We could also use our W on the Baron. I was just holding on to it in case someone showed up. It's a little bit longer of a cooldown, but I guess 400 extra damage is solid. It's not quite as much as the Q itself. They can't cancel your R once you charge it. So like when I knew I was about to get CC'd there, I threw out a W, started my R, Alistar CC'd me, but they both still got blasted by it. Ezreal R isn't a true channel. It's just a cast duration. It's not like a Fiddle Drain or Fiddle R where you can literally cancel the ability if you CC them. So if you're about to get CC'd, you might as well use your R, guys. It's just a Mumu, he's by himself. I need to kind of E out of here. They're not going to be able to defend this. I'm doing way too much damage. I'm sitting on a lot of gold too. I could be close to full build right now if we reset. Dang, we missed both of them there. We're trying to angle it through the minion, so even if they do juke, I'll still get that lower cooldown. Cute. Oh, there it is. Alistar, this is not going to end well for you. Oh, you knew. How did he know? I didn't quite pinch there. My R was in a kind of a weird spot. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Ezreal AD carry commentary guide for Season 12. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is kingstixbusiness. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we were sitting on the most with a pretty nice lead. Very common out of a poke style champion like Ezreal. For damage taken, we didn't take that much. We are on par with a lot of the players, but Sion had an outrageous amount of damage taken. For runes, our first strike did 1200 damage, gave us 1,000 gold. Magical footwear, we got up by the 8-minute 15-second mark. We obviously used our biscuits. It doesn't tell you what cosmic insight does, unfortunately. Presence of mind gave us back 4,500 mana, and we completed bloodline by the 14-minute mark. Ezreal is hands down the best AD carry to one trick or main, since you can pick him against any team comp with any team comp, since he is a combination of caster, long range, clear, and shredder AD carry.